Good morning, Chanana present here. I'm Ramya Devi, working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Technology. Today, I'm going to share a small article regarding JavaScript debuggers. So, JavaScript is widely used for web development, but errors, both visible and hidden, are common. Debugging is a process of identifying and fixing these errors. A JavaScript debugger is a tool that helps developers monitor, control, and analyze how their code executes in real time. So here, a JavaScript debugger is a tool used for finding, analyzing, and fixing errors in JavaScript code. It allows developers to pass programs, execution, inspect variables, step through code line by line, and understand how the program behaves at runtime. So why is this value undefined? Why is a function not executing? Why is the output different from expected? So these type of errors can be handled and analyzed by using the debugging tools. So a debugger is a software that allows developers to pause code execution, inspect variables and data, track how functions are called, and identify where things go wrong. So instead of guessing the problem, a debugger gives direct insight into a program behavior. So what are the key features of JavaScript debuggers? So developers can set breakpoints to pause execution at a specific line, and this helps isolate where issues occur. And then we can give a step-by-step execution like step into functions, step over lines, or step out of functions. This reveals the exact flow of execution. And variable inspection can be done by like debuggers show current values of variables, helping detect unexpected or incorrect data. And also the call stack shows a sequence of function calls leading to the current point. It helps trace how execution reached an error. So developers can track specific variables or expressions and monitor how their values change over time. And browser developer tools like modern browsers like Chrome, Google Chrome dev tools, and Firefox developer tools include built-in debuggers. So these are commonly used for front-end development. Tools like Visual Studio Code provide integrated debugging environments with advanced features. For backend JavaScript, developers use command line or GUI debuggers designed for server-side execution. And the benefits of using debuggers. So it uses faster error detection compared to manual checking, and better understanding of code behavior help identify the logical errors, not just syntax errors, but also improves code quality and reliability. So it is the problems without debugging is very hard to track the logical errors, and also gives fast error fixing and time consuming usage of console or log, because we have to go through the entire log information and poor application reliability. And also we have common JavaScript debugging tools like, for example, if you want to, in a JavaScript statement itself, we can use a debugger statement so that it will pause the execution. So whenever the execution is paused or reaches this line, the browser automatically pauses if DevTools is open. And these are all the features of the debugging concepts like breakpoint, step over, step into, step out, watch, and then call stack. So breakpoint pauses execution at a specific line, and step over, which executes the next line, or step into enters a function, and step out will exit the current function, and watch will monitor all the variable values, and call stack shows functions execution order. And here we have a debugging and calculation error. For example, a shopping cart shows a wrong total price. This is the code for that. So we have a function called calculate total, and we have two arguments in it. One is price and another quantity. So we have a total variable which adds these two variables called price and quantity, and will return the total. So whenever a function call, it will return the total of the price and quantity. So here the expected output will be 1,000, but the actual output we got is 500, because here the so how it can be debugged. Okay, so first we have to, the debugging step is, first we have to press F12 in your keyboard so that it will open your DevTools console. And then we have to add a breakpoint at, like for example, let total is equal to price plus quantity. We have to inspect that variables. So here price is equal to 500 and quantity is equal to 2. Here the bugs identified. So like instead of multiplication, instead of multiplying the price and quantity, so it is just adding the price and quantity, because the so if you are buying an if you are buying and two water bottles, so which cost 50 rupees each, we have to multiply with the quantity. So then only we'll get the expected output. So instead of multiplication, the logic they have used is addition, so which is totally wrong. So that we are using the fixed code, like we have an again we are writing the function called calculate total, and we have two variables like price and quantity, and we are multiplying the price into quantity, and we are returning the total. So that here the variables are, here the program is paused, your dev tools console is open, the variables are inspected, and then finally got the correct code. Thank you.